Hi guys, welcome back to Technique Tuesday. This is Ballroom Feed. I'm Chris and this is Lindsay. And today we're gonna do a uncommented request. Okay, we're gonna do a quick technique video on a promenade underarm turn in Foxtrot. Okay, this is a super common pattern, but it's really easy to feel uncomfortable with, especially if you're not following or leading it super well, right? So the pattern we're referring to right now is we're dancing Foxtrot. We go into promenade. I lift up my hand and we do an underarm turn here. And we finish side together facing the same direction that we started. All right, so our like 30 seconds or a minute of each person's kind of perspective here of what makes this pattern feel more comfortable, like common troubleshoot things. From the leader's perspective quickly, I wanna make sure I stay out in front of the follower, because if we don't go back to closed dance position, we're offset from each other here, right? So I'm more to this side than she is. So when we go to promenade, she's more behind me than in relation to this direction. So when we walk in promenade, I stay out in front, so we still end left aligned, and that same thing is true even if we do an underarm turn. So even if we go to promenade and I lift up the hand, I still need to stay out in front of her, so we end up left aligned. This is a pretty easy fix for the guy a lot of times, because it's easy for him to get behind her because he wants her to go turn first and they end up misaligned, which makes it really uncomfortable and difficult. From the follower's perspective now, the foot directions have to be really clear. A lot of times we pick up the hand and the girl just kind of spins and tries to make it to the end. But you're gonna see Lindsay do here, she's gonna walk forward and pivot on that foot. And then she's gonna go back and continue to pivot through and swing through as she goes side together with that right foot. So we do a little slower here. Same thing again, we're in promenade. I pick up the hand as I walk forward. She goes forward and pivots, goes backwards and continues pivoting. Side together, we end up here. So she was traveling continuously through that turn. You wanna feel like you're walking down the line and turning. You don't wanna feel like you're spinning in place and then trying to end up with a comfortable side step.
So if you think about it, the leader is doing the same exact thing as he would or she would in a normal basic, right? So they're taking 2 walking steps to the side. So in turn, while we're turning, we also have to take that same equal distance as we go instead of going forward together like other different kinds of turns that exist in the ballroom dancing world.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing to make this more comfortable for the follower is having the leader give them appropriate amount of space to start turning on the first slow, which is probably the most common issue, right? So what I'd recommend is doing one normal promenade first to get the setup. So if we went small steps here, then opening before they take the first step, that's hugely important. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to start pivoting on the first step. And then I have to do the entire turn on the second step, which makes it very uncomfortable for the follower. And this is very common because there's not appropriate amount of space to start pivoting if that's the case, right? So if we start with one normal one, walk, walk, we start to open right before, I have tons of space to start pivoting on that first step.
I love that.
So if we overcrowd the follower and we don't allow space, then they're not gonna be able to start pivoting on the first step, and then that's the most common thing to make it uncomfortable. We'll go in depth in videos on our website on like all the technique, all the footwork, things like that. These are just some basic elements to make it more doable with a partner right away. Hopefully this helps. Check out our website, ballroomfeed.com, if you haven't yet. Subscribe here for more, and we always do pay attention to the comments. We might not get to them right away, but we will eventually. Thank you so much, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Bye.